140 and section 140 discusses about removal and resignation. Okay? So let's quickly talk about section 140. We have the two important aspects over here. The first is the removal and second is the resignation. Got it? Section 140 has the two aspects to learn. So comparatively, tell me, Bacha, once the auditor is appointed and you want to remove him, then what are the legal consequences we may have to follow or the face? You tell me, removal before the terms. If the auditor is getting removed on the term completion, it's not removal, it is retirement. But if you are removing him before his term completion, generally he is getting appointed for 5 years. This is like till the conclusion of the 6th AGM. But we want to remove him just after 2 years of the completion because we don't like his services. Then what are the provisions? You tell me, isn't it the serious allegation? Definitely you don't like the auditor, isn't it very serious allegation? So that you are removing him. So my simple question to you, okay, why directors or any other one would like to remove the auditor? When there's conflict? Whenever there is conflict. Why there is a conflict? Because maybe the auditor doesn't want to follow the instructions of the management. That happens in the way like when he wants to report something and the company has a doubt that if these things gets exposed, their share price will come down. Maybe just because of that they want to remove him. But government is very strict towards this. They say that such easy removal is not allowed. In fact, you tell me, if you were the lawmakers, what kinds of provisions you would have provided? Easy removal or tough removal? Tough. So there's a toughness. First of all, if you want to remove any auditor, what are the conditions? So conditions are going like this. The first one is you have to issue the notice under section 115 and it is known as the special notice. If you remember, the special notice concept already we have done in the general meeting chapter. Do you remember I told if you want to replace the existing auditor, if you want to remove the existing auditor, if you want to remove the existing director, if you want to remove the existing director or replace, under both the circumstances, you have to give the special notice to the company. Did we learn like that? The company will forward the special notice to the members. So first requirement is what? Yeah. Second requirement is, my dear students, that you have to get the prior approval of central government. Listen to my words. Until and unless the central government allows, auditor cannot be removed before the terms gets clear. And once the central government's approval is received, the third is very, very, very important. You have to pass what? Exactly. What I want from you is just check it up the study material and highlight these 3 points. So whenever this question comes under section 114, you must be aware about these 3 sentences. Can you find it out? 115 special notice paragraph. Second is the prior approval of the central government. And the third is the special resolution. Can you find it out? Written or not written? Mila, page number? 10.18. Now, shh. Sometimes there is a question, the question goes like this, that explain about the provisions regarding representation. Regarding what? Representation on the part of the auditor. Now this representation is very sad part, or little bit tragic part, a little bit I would say philosophical part. How come? You tell me guys, you are a teacher in the school and you have taught to the school students since last 10 to 15 or 20 years suppose. So will you have the attachment towards the class like the school or not? I haven't seen much in urban city, but if you go to villages, what I have observed is People are very much attached and very much senti you understand, काफी senti होते हैं. So I have seen that when the teachers are retiring, they literally cry. Students, teacher, everybody cry. अब आप कहेंगे ये रोना धोना वाली बात क्यों बता रहे हो? एक सीधी सी बात आपको बता रहा हूँ कि when teacher retires, what he gives his farewell speech, which make the students more emotional. I don't know whether it ever happened with you or not that your beloved teacher retired and you don't want him or her to go, but fine, it's the retirement day, so he or she has to go. Same way you tell me, देखो इस पूरी कहानी में मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि जो स्पीच है, speech can affect the heart of people. Do you agree with that? If it is spoken in some soft words, in some tragic way, it can even in fact make the people sad. In fact, you can see the tears in the eyes of people. Possible, yes or no? Written representation of the auditor is just like a written speech. क्या है? So law says that no problem. If you want to remove auditor, most welcome. But it is the right of the auditor to get his written representation circulated to all the members. And what is this representation? That means the last few words as a speech, what he wants to convey to? What he wants to convey to all the? What he wants to convey to all the members. That means he wants the company that please forward this message to other members. अब आप कहेंगे what kinds of questions we can? Okay, fine. So my question number 1: is there any fundamental right on the part of the auditor so that he can convey his message to the shareholders? Answer is yes. By way of what? Written. Come on, guys. By way of what? By written representation. Question number 2. Auditor suppose told the company that this is what my speech, and you have to deliver this to all the members. And company was at the back foot. Why? Because some serious points, allegations over the top level management had been made in that speech, and if this is got delivered to the members, it was for sure that he will lose the special resolution. And you tell me, guys, even if you have taken the central government's approval to remove the auditor before the tenure, but if this special resolution is lost, he will not be removed. He will continue because both the conditions need to get satisfied. So what company did is company didn't forward that representation to members. Now here the question to your exam is explain the rights available to the auditor during this situation. तो आप सबसे पहले क्या हुआ, आपने पहले एक रिप्रेजेंटेशन लिया और किसको दिया? कंपनी को दिया. क्यों दिया? So that you actually told the company circulate this representation to all the members so that they can get my ideas, they can get my thoughts, what I have done in the company. But company knows very well that if these things got declared or issued, it will expose the top level management. So what happened is they didn't forward it. Then what are the rights available to the auditor? Here question. What's supposed to be the next right? It is not forwarded. The second, what I can say, answer is there. Answer वहाँ पे law क्या कहता है कि if it couldn't get forwarded by the company, you have to allow the auditor to read the written representation before everyone. तो पहले तो सिर्फ सर्कुलेट कर रहा था, अब तो स्पीच का मौका देना पड़ेगा. I hope you are understanding. An auditor has the right to read that entire representation in front of everyone, and then special resolution will get passed. But you know what? Sometimes one speech can change the lot of things if it is said in some emotional or senti way. है ना? लॉ में तो ये बहुत बार होता है. Recently I was watching a documentary. I think you should also watch it. Wonderful documentary. Curious Case of Natalia Grace. How many of you watched it? Curious.
Case of whom?
Natalia Grace.
Natalia Grace.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Natalia Grace. मैंने पूरा उस डॉक्यूमेंट्री को देखा. I was shocked. I would like to show her face. कभी कभार देखिए बेटा जिंदगी में क्या क्या हो सकता है. This is hers, and it is not about her adulthood, it is all about her childhood.
Fraud.
Not a fraud. I'm telling you what was the story, and I'm telling you just one statement and what can happen. Just look at this, I would say, emotional face, like this is childhood face. ड्रग्स नहीं है, मेरे को बोलने दो भाई. आप बस गैसेस पे गैस मार रहे हो, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. Actually, originally she was Ukrainian baby, anyhow abandoned by parents because mother didn't want her. That's what she says, and she was put into orphanage. Somehow from Ukraine she was forwarded to USA. All right, and there is one place in the USA, somewhere on the Canada side. I don't know whether you heard about that. Indiana is the place, the name. Very rich city, I would say. So one couple adopted her, and when they adopted her, it was mentioned in the birth certificate that her age is somewhere around 8 to 9 years. But suddenly, when she came to the house, she was actually, physically challenged. Can you see her? Like, her body is not full grown, just like you and me. Her body was physically challenged. So as soon as she started getting involved in the I would say family, look at this beautiful face. मैंने पूरी उसकी वीडियोस देखी, मेरे आंखों में से पानी आ गया. It was very rich family, guys. Almost two Bugattis और ना जाने क्या क्या कार उनके पास थी. अच्छा बंगलो था. But slowly they started hating this girl, and they, especially the woman, the mother, set up a conspiracy. And what was the conspiracy? They proved in the court by putting a case on her that she looks like a child, but she is not. She is not 9, but she is 22. Somehow they gather the evidences, including what I would say the biological report of the doctor also. डॉक्टर ने पता नहीं गधे ने क्या देके सर्टिफाई कर दिया. सो दिस एज शी वाज लुकिंग लाइक एज व्हाट. होता है बेटा, किसी का कुछ हार्मोन्स ज्यादा हो गए तो थोड़ा दिखता है, बट 22, आर यू सीरियस? एंड शी वाज लिटरली ब्रेन वॉश. अब एक बात समझो, एक्चुअली हर एज वाज जस्ट 10 और 11, बट 10 और 11 ईयर्स का बच्चा क्या समझेगा? व्हाट एवर यू से अगेन अगेन, रिपीट लाइक दिस, तो वो क्या करेगा? And she was literally got mugged up. The things that whenever somebody asking you, you have to introduce yourself as I'm the 22 years old baby. And a lot of conspiracy they told to the court that she tried to kill us, she tried to put poison in my coffee. And in fact, that family made her to speak in the court also. Yes, I did. So based on the document, court stupid also believed. क्या believe किया? Yes, she is 22. But as she is adopted child, now once you are major, about 21 when I'm talking about 21, because in the Indian contract like आपने पढ़ा हो तो actual age of majority is completing 18, but if your parents are not there, then it is age of 21. आपने अगर पढ़ा हो तो पता होना चाहिए. After 21 the children are allowed to separate. So ये फैमिली ने क्या किया बेटा, इस बच्ची को दूर एक अपार्टमेंट में अकेला छोड़ दिया. अकेला समझ रहे हो? महीने में एक बार ग्रोसरी दे देना. ये बच्ची अकेली डस्टबिन खींच रही है. आप समझो, somewhere around for back to back 2 years this child stayed in that house alone, 10 to 11 years, abandoned, किसी से बात नहीं करता. and she was playing with the kids. किड्स के साथ प्ले करेंगी. what she introduced to other neighbors that she is, अब 22 इयर्स की बच्ची किड्स के साथ अगर खेलेगी तो कैसा लगेगा? Now this is not a part of my discussion. मैं ये कह रहा था कि कभी कभार आपकी स्टेटमेंट मैटर रखती है. स्पीच की वजह से पूरा फैसला बदल जाता है. So at one day apartment got changed, तो from good place to very worst place, एक काफी वर्स्ट मतलब क्रिमिनल एरिया होता है ना, उधर उसको प्लेस कर दिया. And she couldn't tolerate. In fact, at one day she went to the neighbor and says that My fridge is empty. I don't have anything to eat. Please give me some sandwich. मतलब ये बेचारी बच्ची 11 साल की भीख मांगने पे आ गई. अब क्या करोगे आप? And at one day, one lady, that lady, she is the woman who mistreated her, and this is the lady when she saw that this little girl is facing a lot or tolerating a lot, तो इसने उसको अपने घर पे रख दिया कि चल बेटे मैं तुझे खाना पीना दूंगा. And when she grew up little bit, this family filed the case on that family. उस फैमिली पे केस फाइल किया. और फिर मजेदार किस्सा होता है, पूरा मजेदार किस्सा होता है. शी इज ब्लेमिंग दैट यू टुक अवे माई चाइल्डहुड फ्रॉम मी. इट्स ट्रू ना. 10 to 11 years old girl you are putting somewhere just like a trash, not talking, not caring, and you made her to believe that she's 22. And when she was presented before the court, Indiana court, what first question was asked to her? अब ये आप कुछ लोग कहेंगे कानून कहाँ है, where is the law? I am telling you where's the law. तो you know the lawyer of this lady was very smart because she was the abusing one, right? उसने क्या पूछा? What is your legal age? He didn't ask what is your biological age. क्या पूछा? But according to the amended birth certificate, because I told you earlier, by manipulating the evidences, witnesses से उसकी एज क्या प्रूव हो गई थी कोर्ट में. तो जब आप ये पूछोगे व्हाट इज योर लीगल एज, तो क्या माना जाएगा? शी सेड 22. दैट मीन्स आफ्टर 10 years आप देखो तो 33 उसने बोला. माई लीगल एज अकॉर्डिंग टू माई बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट इज 33. और जैसा ऐसा बोल लिया, शी एडमिटेड दैट शी इज व्हाट. एंड कोर्ट सेड दैट नाउ दिस केस विल नॉट बी फॉट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द एज मैटर. Because you understand there are two types of crimes: negligence, because in USA child policy is very strict. आप मार भी नहीं सकते बच्चे को, वरना बेटा पुलिस आपको मार देगी. आपको पता होना चाहिए. ये भारत नहीं है कि पापा तो लपाड़ लगाए तो हम खा लेंगे. वहां पे कुछ ज्यादा स्ट्रिक्ट चलता है, सोशल सिक्योरिटी चलती है. अरे हाँ है ना. So if you are negligent to child care, offenses are very serious and you can go to the jail. But here, as you were confirmed that you were 22 at that point of time, your legal age, in fact it is supported by the amended birth certificate, 22, yes or no? So court ने क्या कहा कि now your case will not be fought as per the age, but now this is the case of the negligence to disabled, because she was disabled. और फिर पूरा केस गया. तो मैं देख रहा था क्योंकि अरे पागल हो गए, मतलब जज अंधा है क्या? In fact, a lot of investigation happened, and at the end they found her biological, I think उसकी biological mother भी होनी चाहिए somewhere. This is the lady. She is her biological mother, and she confirmed. Actually, DNA samples had been taken, DNA match किया, हाँ वही उसकी biological mother थी, and she said that yes, she born on 2003, but birth certificate में 1989 लिखा हुआ था. Okay, maybe आप कहेंगे बोलने से क्या होता है? She just uttered a single word. My age is, I born in 1989. पर कोर्ट ने मान लिया. The mere reason why I'm saying like this, that sometimes when you give the presentation, like before the special resolution, things like getting passed, अगर आप थोड़ा कुछ भी बोल लेते हो, it can manipulate the minds of the shareholders, and maybe the things come in your favor. Am I clear? So again, I'm telling you guys, what are the rights of the auditor if he's getting removed before the term gets completed? You have to get this prior approval of the central government. You have to pass what? Special resolution, and you have to give what? Special notice under section 115 general meeting chapter. Yes or no? Every auditor has the right to being heard. Right to being heard, and he has the right to circulate his written representation to all the members. So he will give his representation to the company, and it is the company's duty to circulate the same to all the members. And if company failed, then what will happen, brother? Company must have to give a chance to the auditor to speak everything. Where? To speak everything where? In the general meeting. Okay, till this clear, but still the point is not ended up yet. My another question is, what if the company believes that it is nothing but just to secure needless publicity? Or the representation what he is given, it contains very sensitive information which can put the company down. It can defame the company. It's a defamatory statements. So how can legally company prevent the auditor from circulating this representation. So still guys, there is a provision. The last thing is that you have to apply to the central government with the facts and the evidences that look, if you will allow auditor to speak like this, if you will allow auditor to speak like this, the company will get exposed to the lot of sensitive information which is not good for the company. And if the central government passes the order, then company can prevent, or then company can stop circulating this representation. But until the central government does this based on the evidences what you have supplied, it is mandatory to allow this platform to the auditor so that he can just give his representation to the members. It is just like a farewell speech, what he wants to say something before he leaves the company. I hope I'm clear. भाई समझ में आ रही है बातें? So this is all about removal of the auditor. Am I clear? But a resignation I don't want to discuss in detail. देखो दो तीन बातें जो आपको ध्यान में रखना है. Auditor can resign at any point of time. देखो इसमें कुछ ट्रिक नहीं है, जल्दी से उसको खत्म करेंगे. Auditor can resign at any time. But understand, as soon as you are resigning, you have to file the form called ADT3. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? ADT3 is the form for the resignation of the auditor. Same way guys, when you are appointing the auditor, one thing I forgot, you have to take the certificate from the auditor that yes, he is willing to be the auditor of the company and he is not disqualified. I cannot directly appoint you as my auditor. What if later it comes to know that auditor doesn't want to become auditor but forcefully you appointed him? ऐसा थोड़ी चलता है. तो पहले कंसेंट लेनी है, and consent letter, that's called the certificate from the auditor that he is willing to be the auditor of the company and he is not disqualified. ये दोनों चीजें आपको लेनी है. Do you understand what I am saying? He is not disqualified. Both the things you have to maintain. ठीक है? Now one more thing guys, while filing the ADT3, it is compulsory for the auditor to prescribe the reasons why he is resigning, because government is interested. What happened? Was there any pressure? Why you are resigning? Company was not letting you to access the books of accounts. Why you are resigning? Or it is something or your personal reason. Why are you resigning? तो आपको reasons देना compulsory है. So if this question comes to your exam, that is it mandatory? Is it mandatory for the auditor to give the reasons? What should be your answer? Yes, my dear students, it is compulsory. It is compulsory. Okay, once you resign, is it mandatory that your resignation should be accepted by the company, or without waiting for the acceptance you can discontinue? So guys, resignation once you issued to the company, that is more than sufficient to discontinue. You should not wait for the acceptance. Come on guys, you should not wait for the acceptance. Am I clear? So no need to get the resignation accepted. Without getting it accepted, you can continue. But am I clear? So far what we have completed guys, section 139 we have completed. 140 whatever so far main major points are there, I have completed. 141 is the real chunk, qualifications and disqualifications. But before that I would like to start with let's say 142. Excuse me. Hello?